Hey everyone, so what if I told you that the biggest secret to building wealth has almost nothing to do with your bank account and everything to do with what's happening inside your head? Today, we're going to dive into the psychology of wealth, and trust me, it's a powerful mindset that pretty much challenges everything you've probably been taught about money.
All right, let's just jump right in with a pretty wild idea. When it comes to financial success, it's believed that a massive 80% of it is psychological. All the strategies, the tactics, the how-tos, that's only the last 20%. The real heavy lifting, that happens in your mind first.
And that's because your mindset isn't just, one of the steps along the way. It's the actual starting line. It literally sets your destination before you even take your first step. Your thoughts don't just reflect your financial reality, they are actively creating it, moment by moment.
I love this analogy. Think about it. Your mind is like a GPS. If you get in your car and don't tell it where you want to go, it's useless, right? It can't give you a single turn. It's the same with your finances. Without a crystal clear goal, all the best strategies in the world are just random turns that lead you absolutely nowhere.
So let me paint you a picture of this in action, under some absolutely crazy pressure. Imagine it's back in the 70s, and you're the founder of a now legendary delivery company. But right now, you are on the brink of total collapse. You were just a few weeks away from going completely bankrupt. Seriously, what would you do? You've got massive fuel bills piling up, you've only got about a month of cash left. Most people would just call it quits, right? Prepare for the end. But the founder of FedEx, he made a choice that just defied all logic. He completely refused to accept that reality.
He took the company's last few $1,000s to Las Vegas. He sat down at a blackjack table and won just enough to fuel the planes for one more week. And guess what? That 1 week was all he needed to secure more funding. The rest is history. It's just an amazing testament to how a powerful mindset can find an opportunity where literally everyone else sees a dead end.
That's an incredible story, right? But how do we actually build that kind of mindset for ourselves? How do we turn these powerful thoughts into real, tangible results? Well, it's not magic. It's actually a framework. It all boils down to this simple 3-step process, what we call the 3 M's. So first up is mindset. That's your destination. Second is mechanics. That's the actual plan, the strategy to get there. And third is momentum, the relentless daily action that's going to drive you forward. But here's where it gets really, really interesting. Check out how these are weighted. Mindset, that critical foundation, is about 30%. The mechanics, the plan itself, that's only 20%. The biggest piece of the pie, a full 50%, is momentum. It's the consistent, everyday action that truly fuels success.
And this is just a critical takeaway. A great mindset and a perfect plan are completely worthless if you don't do anything with them. I love this quote. Attraction without action is time pass. It's just a way to kill time. You have to actively move towards your goals. The universe rewards motion, not just good intentions.
Okay, so you start taking action, and what happens next? You're guaranteed to hit roadblocks. It's just inevitable. The key, though, isn't the obstacle itself. It's all about how you choose to interpret it.
Your ability to overcome these challenges depends entirely on your interpretation. So, a victim mindset sees a problem and asks, why is this happening to me? It's a cry of despair. But a victor mindset sees the very same problem and asks, why is this happening for me? It's a call to purpose. One sees a punishment, the other sees an opportunity for greatness.
And look, this isn't just some abstract theory. Take the unbelievable story of Arunima Sinha. After a horrifying accident where she lost her leg, she was unjustly blamed by the media. She could have easily accepted that victim narrative. But instead, lying in her hospital bed, she reinterpreted her tragedy not as an end, but as a new beginning. Just 18 months later, she became the world's first female amputee to climb Mount Everest. I mean, that is the raw power of a victor's interpretation.
So, once you get a handle on your internal interpretation, the very next step is to take control of your external environment. Who you surround yourself with matters so much more than you can possibly imagine.
Here's a powerful way to think about it. Are you flying with eagles, or are you just flocking with seagulls? Eagles, they soar high. They discuss visions, solutions, opportunities. Seagulls, they stay low to the ground, just squawking about problems, other people, and excuses. You will inevitably become the average of the people you spend the most time with.
I mean, the logic here is so simple, but so many people miss it. If you want to buy a Rolls-Royce, you don't take advice from someone driving a Maruti.
You seek guidance from people who have already achieved what you want to achieve. Taking financial advice from somebody who's struggling is like asking for directions from someone who's also lost.
All right, finally, let's dig into what might be the most personal part of this whole equation, your actual emotional relationship with the idea of wealth itself. This is this unspoken bond that really dictates whether money flows to you or away from you.
I want you to really think about this profound idea, which basically translates to the one who never clapped for another's success will never have their own turn to be celebrated. If you feel that pang of jealousy when other people succeed, you're subconsciously telling the universe you resent success itself, and you simply cannot attract what you secretly resent.
So how do we fix this relationship? It starts with some really profound but simple shifts. Stop saying things like money is the root of all evil. Stop automatically criticizing people who are wealthy. Instead, make it a practice to genuinely celebrate when you see other people succeed. Start seeing money for what it really is, a neutral tool that can be used for incredible good. And of course, respect it enough to learn its basic rules.
As we start to wrap up, let's look at one final, really powerful concept about accountability. This comes from some ancient wisdom, and it frames our financial duties in a completely different and much deeper light.
The concept is known as rin, which means debt. There's an ancient philosophy that suggests an unpaid financial debt doesn't just disappear. It transforms into rogue, which means illness. Now, whether you see this as literal or as a powerful metaphor, it's a huge reminder that our financial integrity carries a weight that goes far beyond any balance sheet.
And ultimately, everything we've talked about today, your mindset, your circle, your actions, it all comes down to a single choice that you have to make every single day. When you're faced with a challenge, do you run or do you participate? Do you see a roadblock or do you see the road? The path to wealth is built on 1,000 tiny decisions to just participate. So what are you going to choose?